everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to go over some common pool valves and their uses. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and clicking the like button. I always appreciate it. Virtually every pool will have at least one valve. Pool valves control the direction and amount of water flow within the pool plumbing system. They allow you to divert water to different parts of the system, like the filter, heater, or return lines, or to isolate specific areas for maintenance and repairs. The first type of valve is called a two-way valve. This valve can be found on both the suction side and return side of your system. If you have three areas of suction, like the skimmer, bottom drain, and suction port for your cleaner, you'll probably find a two-way valve that's controlling the flow of the water. These can easily be adjusted to increase or decrease the amount of water flow through the system. When the valve handles are perpendicular to the plumbing, that means there's water flow. Regardless of whether it's a two- or three-way valve, each valve has this little off tab, which means when the water handle is in this position, there's water flowing through the pipes. Sometimes a check valve can be installed under a two-way valve in case the pool has an attached spa. A check valve is also useful to keep water in the plumbing and equipment so it doesn't siphon back into the pool. Then we have a three-way valve, which is very common on the suction side of the plumbing, especially when a spa is involved. This three-way valve is closed off to the main drain for the spa, which is normal. Three-way valves are a little more versatile and gives you a little more flexibility when it comes to controlling the water flow. Then we have a ball valve, which are very common for the discharge for cartridge filters. They're normally going to be in the off position unless the pool needs to be drained for some reason. When the handles are perpendicular with the plumbing, there's no water flow. And sometimes a regular spigot is used for the discharge. While not as common as the ball valve, it's still useful. Simply attach a normal garden hose and open up the spigot to release the water and drain the pool as much as needed. Different valves can be used in combination. This is the three-way valve with a few two-way valves. Now here we can see a three-way valve and three ball valves on the suction side. This setup is very common. The three-way valve is fully open, one ball valve is open, but the other two ball valves are closed off. In this example, we have a ball valve for the discharge that's closed off, and on the return side past the tab feeder, we have two ball valves that are fully open. Remember, when the ball valve wings are parallel with the plumbing, it means there's positive water flow. You can configure the valves any way you want. Just remember, the goal is proper circulation and filtration. Here we can see two skimmer two-way valves that are open, but the drain is closed off. Always try to have at least two suction side valves open. Just in case one line gets blocked, you'll have a backup to keep water flowing through the system and not damage the motor. Now we come to valve actuators. These are very common when the pool is equipped with a heater or spa. Pool valve actuators automate the process of directing water flow within the pool or spa system. They are powered by electricity and determine where the water is drawn and returned. If you want the water to go to the pool and the spa, or maybe just the spa, or maybe just the pool, or between different zones within the pool. This automation simplifies switching between different modes of operation and means that you won't have to make any manual valve adjustments. Many valve actuators have this little toggle switch, which allows you to direct the flow of the water. If a manual adjustment is needed, make sure that you use a toggle switch. Don't try to turn the handle. Valve actuators are not designed to be turned by the handle. The inside gears can get damaged, and if they're damaged, well, now you have a problem you didn't have 5 seconds ago. And many times, they can be controlled using an app or remote, so you can have the setup you want. And next, we're at the multiport valve. These are normally found on sand and DE filters, but not so much on cartridge filters. They can either be top mounted, like this sand filter, or on this DE filter, it's side mounted. Multiport valves allow for directing the water flow in various directions. They control the flow of the water through the filter, directing it for filtration, backwashing, rinsing, and other purposes. 99% of the time, the multiport valve will be on the filter setting. We use the backwash setting when we want to backwash our filter, and then the rinse setting after we backwash to remove any residual dirt inside the lines. There are also settings like waste, recirculate, which bypasses the filter, and closed when we winterize or make any repairs to the multiport valve. So there you go, a quick and easy overview of the most common pool valves you'll have in your pool equipment. Thanks for watching.